Nature, the gentlest mother, impatient of no child, the feeblest or the waywardest, her admonition mild. In forest and the hill, by traveler is heard, restraining rampant squirrel, or too impetuous bird. How fair her conversation, a summer afternoon, her household, her assembly, and when the sun goes down, her voice among the isles incites the timid prayer of the minutest cricket, the most unworthy flower. When all the children sleep, she turns as long away as will suffice to light her lamps. Then, bending from the sky, with infinite affection and infinite care, her golden finger on her lip wills silence everywhere.
I decided to write about this poem because I have always liked Emily Dickinson. This poem speaks of the gentleness of nature and nature's affection for her creations. It was written to show how nature is treated and people do things to harm it, such as air pollution and littering. No matter how people treat the world, her care will always be infinite. Emily Dickinson was an amazing woman. She was born on December 10th, 1830, in the town of Amherst, Massachusetts. Her parents were Edward and Emily Dickinson, who she did not get along with very well. Her father was in the House of Representatives. She had two siblings, Lavina and William. She spent most of her life indoors with her sister Lavina. Anything social bored her. She spent about 6 years writing poems in her home. Only a few were published in her lifetime. And when she died from Bright's disease in 1886, her family found her poems and began publishing them. There is now a museum in honor of her life. It is in Amherst, Massachusetts, and it is the home that she spent most of her life in. During her adult years at the homestead, Emily Dickinson began to write poetry in earnest. During her most productive period, 1858 to 1865, she compiled her poems into small packets. Only 10 of her poems are known to have been published in her lifetime, all anonymously and presumably without her permission. The two Dickinson daughters who never married remained at the homestead of the rest of their lives. After Emily's death in 1886, Lavina lived on at the homestead until she died. In 1963, in response to the growing popularity of Emily Dickinson, the house was designated a National Historic Landmark. In 1965, the Park family sold the house to the trustees of Amherst College.
Nature, the gentlest mother, impatient of no child, the feeblest or the waywardest, her admonition mild, in forest and the hill, by travelers heard, restraining rampant squirrel or too impetuous bird. How fair her conversation, or summer afternoon, her household, her assembly, and when the sun goes down, her voice among the isles incites the timid prayer of the minutest cricket, the most unworthy flower. When all the children sleep, she turns as long away as she will suffice to light her lamps, then bending from the sky with infinite affection, infinite care, her golden finger on her lip will silence everywhere.